Life can throw crazy curveballs your way and you never know what tomorrow will bring, but one thing you can do is try to be prepared. Pretty and Prepared is a podcast hosted by me, Pamela Valdez, all about being the best version of yourself while preparing for the life you want and deserve. With this podcast, we are targeting millennials, content creators, students, creative individuals, and more looking to gain insight on all things social media, living your best life, self-confidence, love, building your career from the ground up, landing internships, secrets to working with brands, and so much more. Tune in every Monday at 8 a.m. for a brand new episode. Hey guys, welcome back to Pretty and Prepared podcast. Today we're going to be talking all about life, and specifically for the girlies out there that feel like they're behind, and maybe you feel like you should be a lot more ahead than where you currently are right now. Currently, I'm filming this on Sunday, so it's going to go live when you guys hear this on Monday, but I had a super hectic weekend and it kickstarted on Friday. I spent the entire day shooting content with Kiehl's, which is a skincare brand, and it was so fun. I made it a story highlight on my Instagram, so if you guys want to go see that, I think it's called like Kiehl's Day, but they reached out to me a few weeks ago. They said they wanted to have a content day with me in New York and two other creators, and it was so fun. And the entire time I was just thinking, like, I can't believe I'm getting paid to literally create content and go around New York and just have a bunch of fun and literally do what I love. But at the same time, it also took me back to all of those moments when I thought that I was really behind in life, and specifically the reason why I started social media and my blog and all of this fun stuff is because I had really bad anxiety. I still do, but I had really bad anxiety that I was behind in life, and I was like, everyone else is doing so much better than me, which was not true. And another reason why this topic also popped up is because my boyfriend and I were actually just talking about this topic this week, very unintentionally, because a few days ago we were texting. I think I was in school and he was also in school, and he got offered this internship for this summer. He was with them last summer and they extended another offer for this summer, 2023. And I'm so proud of him and literally so excited. And at the end of this internship, they actually let you know if you can come back again, but instead get a full-time offer at the company. And while this is so amazing, and I'm literally so proud of him, like I said, he was telling me that he feels like he can be doing so much more with his time, and he feels like he should be so much more ahead than where he currently is. And I told him, like, obviously you're not behind at all. You're doing so much more than people at your age are doing, or that people at your age even want to do. Like, when you think of your teens and your 20s, like, you don't think of all those internships that you applied for. You don't think of all of those hard and stressful times where you were trying to find your career. Like, you like to think of the happy moments when you were partying or like doing exciting fun things, and you don't want to think of, I should have been doing internships, or I should have been working 24/7, and I should have been doing that. Like, a lot of people, our thoughts don't go directly to that. And so I told him, like, you're doing so much more than people our age or even in college are doing in general. And so that kind of sparked the idea for this episode, because we were both in that really weird time. Like, when I had just told him, no, you're not behind in life, that same week on Friday, which was 2 days ago, I was like, what is my life? Like, I can't believe I'm here shooting content with Kiehl's, when 2 years ago I was like, what am I doing with my life? So that is what I want to talk about in this episode, because I know that there might be a lot of people who are also going through this. So let's dive right in. The first thing that we need to realize is that life has no schedule. Let's say it again. Life has no schedule. And the reason why I'm saying this is because a lot of people think that at a certain time and at a certain point in our life or at a certain age, things are just supposed to start lining up. Like, okay, I graduated college, now I'm going to buy a house, now I'm going to get married. Like, it's like these are things that are not realistic, and there is no alarm that goes off at a certain age telling you exactly what I just said, that okay, now you're gonna get married, and then next year you're gonna have kids, and then you're gonna buy a house, and then you're gonna retire at 60, and then finally live your life, and then you're done. Like, this is not true at all. Yeah, they might have instilled this in movies and entertainment and shows and in our parents, but that is not how it's supposed to be for you. And again, this is just a timeline that society has put into our minds and our parents and our friends and our family and the internet. And we see this again in TV shows and movies, and we think that at a certain age things are supposed to start lining up, and that's not true. Like, for some people it can, but for others it's like, focus on you and what is going to happen for you. And there are so many people that I've met that are older than me or even my age, and they already know they don't want to get married. They don't want kids. They don't want any of that conventional, stereotypical living. And I love that for them. Like, this can feel often like such a huge pressure on all of us. But there's this quote that I was listening to in a podcast, and it stuck with me for so long. Like, I literally think about it, I'm pretty sure, like every single day of my life. It was from the podcast called Try Not to Care by Ashley Corbo, and I absolutely love her podcast. She definitely inspired me to start my own because I love to talk. Like, I will literally talk for like an hour straight. But she said this specific quote, which was that what's meant to happen for other people is meant to happen for them. Like, that is their fate, and there is nothing that you can do to stop that for them. Just like how what is meant for you is meant to happen to you, and no one can do anything to stop that for you. And when she said that, like, I am telling you guys, it changed my entire mindset, because I used to be that jealous hater, number one enemy to anybody that would literally get certain success or achieve certain things that I wanted. Like, I would literally go into self-sabotage mode, and I would be like, why did this happen to them and not me? And when I heard this quote, I just felt so much relief, and I felt so much less stress, because it's so true. Like, why should I try to control and feel like I need to have everyone else's life like under my belt, when what's supposed to happen to me is supposed to happen to me, and I should not be upset that certain things aren't happening to me. Like, so this quote just really was something that I applied and took into my life, because again, society has this timeline instilled on people, and it makes you think that you don't have your life in control because you're not going by the book and you're not doing the stereotypical and conventional things that other people are doing. But in reality, I just love this quote because it reminded me, like, what is meant to happen in my life is going to happen to me, and what is meant to happen to you is going to happen to you. Something else that might also be able to help when it comes to anxiety of feeling like you're behind in life is think of the reason why you might be unfulfilled with your life every day, and what do you think can be added to make you feel more fulfilled? And again, I'm going to bring another person that I really look up to, that I really like. Her name is Janet. Janet Nidoma. Don't know how to say her last name, but I will leave her YouTube channel linked in the description of this episode, as well as Ashley's podcast, which is the Try Not to Care podcast. But Janet has a YouTube channel, and I literally got so much inspiration from it, because it has just completely made me turn my life around. And I did a complete 360. Like, the end of 2022, beginning of 2023 was a really rough time for me, because I was just going through it. Like, I had a month and a half off from school. Like, our winter breaks for some reason are extremely long at FIT, and we literally had a month and a half off. So all this time that I had to literally do nothing, I was taking advantage of that. Like, I was sleeping in, I was working all day for my internship, I was spending money like crazy. Like, I literally was just doing things that were not productive or helpful at all. And it's crazy to say that it's now April and I'm not the person that I was in January anymore. And I think that's the beauty of life, is that you are not going to be the same person that you were a week or two ago, or a month, or a year ago. Like, I don't recognize the girl that I was in January, and I'm proud to say that, because I want to be a different person every day. I want to be 1% better tomorrow than the person that I am today. And so I am someone who, I used to sleep in late and I used to never work out. I was not confident. I had no passion projects. I had nothing that made me happy, no hobbies. And I feel like it's so weird nowadays when people say that they have no hobbies, because I'm like, what do you do for fun? Like, there are so many TikToks and just things that I've seen from people that are like, I have no hobbies. I don't do anything that's fun. I don't do anything that's for me. And I specifically see that a lot on like mom talk of like moms that like have kids and then they're kind of just like, yeah, like I take care of my kids and I forgot about myself. And I'm just like, that's so incredibly sad, because everyone deserves to have something that makes them happy. Everyone deserves to have a hobby and just something that they can do that's for fun. Like, even if it's as little as painting your nails at home and not going to the salon and just having that you time, or reading a little bit before you go to sleep. Like, hobbies and things like that, they don't have to be something that's super expensive like Pilates and all these crazy things that we see people doing. But back to what I was saying is that I am someone who, I used to sleep in so late. I would never work out, and these were little things that I was doing every day for years in a row. And I would continue to question, like, why am I not happy? Why am I not doing the most that I can with my life? And it's because I'm not being productive or doing anything that's for me, or finding any hobbies that I genuinely love. But don't take this the wrong way and think that being productive every single day is the way to feel like you're ahead in life. Instead, look at it in a way of, I need to do something every day to be 1% better and fill my cup. So instead of me waking up late and having half of my day wasted, I realized, why not fix up my night routine? And so now, before I go to bed, instead of being on my phone, I read, and I started to give myself a bedtime, which is so insane, because I used to hate when my mom would take my phone in high school and be like, okay, by 9 o'clock, like, lights out, give me everything. I was like, no, I don't want to sleep this early. Like, are you kidding me? This is when everyone's awake now. We're all on Instagram and like sending stuff to each other. Like, I wanted to stay up late, and now I'm like, no. I want to be in grandma mode 24/7. Like, when I go out on weekends, let's just say with my boyfriend, or we'll go out with his friends or something, and it's late, I literally start yawning at like 9:30. Because I'm like, I'm already in my bed and showered in my PJs, reading my book or reading on my Kindle at this time. Like, I am literally in grandma mode 24/7, especially at night. Like, after 7 o'clock, it's over. Lights out. I'm showering. I'm putting my lotions on. I'm getting into bed with my PJs. Like, that is just it for me. And I can't lie. Like, in the beginning, it was so hard for me, because I was like, who am I? Like, going to sleep before 10 o'clock, I can't do that. This is insane. This is impossible. But once you do it and you stick to this and you feel a difference in the way that you wake up, you're never going to go back to how you were before. And I'm not saying you can't have days where you don't sleep in. Like, today, Sunday, I literally woke up at noon. Like, I went to sleep last night, I think around like 1:30, and I woke up at noon, and I'm really happy about that, because weekdays I am on the go. Like, Monday through Friday, I am on the go. I have my internship, I have school, I have social media events, I have to meet with people in school, I have homework to do, I have brand deadlines that I need to meet. Like, I literally am basically doing 9 to 5 stuff all day, even after 5 o'clock. Like, I used to be the girl that I would be checking my emails and writing emails the minute before I would go to bed. And that's not good, because obviously now I don't like to be on my phone before I go to bed. But the point is that I have really busy weeks, Monday through Friday, so that weekends I can chill and just do whatever I want. If I want to be on TikTok until 2 a.m, I'll do that. And then Monday through Friday, I'm back on my workout, school, internship, grind mode. Like, I will be back right into that and flip the switch on. So definitely, I cannot stress the importance enough of making good and healthy habits every day, and be consistent with it. Keep doing it. Find things that you are happy about and that literally bring you joy. And again, focus on being 1% better every single day and filling your cup, because the reason why you may not be so happy and so excited and you might feel behind in life is because you're not doing anything to actually move forward. The next tip that I want to mention is that you may be feeling behind in life depending on who or what you are surrounded by. So I know I always say this, and I honestly stand by it so much, and that is, take a look around you and remove anything that is holding you back. And I don't care if this is people or things, someone you follow on social media, something in your room. Literally take it off, remove it, block, do whatever you have to do, and just get it out of your life. Because I was the girl who, like I said, I am a huge people pleaser. Like, I just did a whole essay for one of my for my sociology class, because we were talking about the conspiracies of silence, and how when there's certain topics and subjects, like, people just all agree, like, yeah, let's just not talk about this and stay silent. Like, I am that girl that literally, I hate confrontation, I hate fighting with people, I hate arguments, and I just hate when people, like, raise their voice at me, because I'm extremely sensitive, and again, I just don't like confrontation. So when I was writing this essay, I was like, I'm a really big people pleaser, and I want to fix that. And I feel like over the last few months, I definitely have done that, because I do not have the same friend group that I used to in high school. I don't associate with the same people that I used to. And guess what? I've only gone up from here. Like, ever since I've stopped talking and associating and being around certain people, I've never had a better life. And that's crazy to say, but when you are around the same people and they're not growing with you and they're just going backwards, that is a really bad sign. Like, that is a red flag immediately, and those are people you need to get rid of. And as sad as it is, it sucks, because a lot of the times they're people that you grew up with, or people that know so much about you, or these are people that you have so many fun and exciting memories with, and it's like, why would I want to give that up just because of this? But in reality, it's like, no, you need to give up and take off, or just block and remove people that are not worth it, because life is way too short to be unhappy. And that is something that I'm realizing every single day, because I get really bad anxiety about life. Like, I want to do a whole episode on just existentialism and having kind of like mini panic attacks and just crises when it comes to life, because we need to really just take a look around us, breathe, and just see, what do you want to take out that is not making you happy anymore? And for me, a lot of it was people that I followed online. Like, I see influencers and famous people my age with so much money and monthly trips and dinner every night with friends, finishing up school, and I just sit there and I'm like, this is so unfair. Like, why did I not start YouTube when I was 12? But it's like, girl, I'm not going to go back and regret the way that I lived my life, because I had a pretty good childhood. And so I'm not going to sit here and regret that I didn't start doing all this when I was in middle school. I'm glad that I started social media when I graduated high school, because I was already in that mindset of, I want to mature, I want to be better, I want to be, you know, like I said, 1% better than I was yesterday. And I've done that successfully. And a lot of it was due to the fact that I removed and took off people in my life that are just not worth being in it anymore, and that literally don't support anything that you do. Another tip, and just a reminder, is that you should always remember that no one's journey is going to look or feel the same. Like, imagine if all 7 billion people on this earth all got married at the same time, all had kids, all bought a house at the same time. Literally imagine what the world would look like. It's hard to even picture that, because it's like, what would the world even look like? And it would be so weird and strange. It would just not be right. So just remember that you're supposed to be on your own journey, on your own time, because it is meant to happen for you and your life. And it's going to happen soon enough. And if it's not tomorrow or next week or next year, you just have to wait, because you just know in your heart that it is going to happen for you, and whatever you want, it is going to happen. To end today's episode, I want to give you guys an assignment and help you narrow down the things that make you happy and excited for every day, or even when you feel anxious and you just need a little reminder on little things that you love. So this can be written down either on a piece of paper, or keep this maybe on in the notes app on your phone, or even have it as your phone wallpaper. But I think for certain episodes, I definitely want to give you guys some assignments to do, because I saw Mel Robbins do this in her podcast, and I was like, okay, I definitely want to try this out. So take a journal or open up the notes app on your phone. You can even make a Google document or just write this down in your journal, and it is write things down that make you happy. This can be a walk in the morning, or getting some fresh air, having some form of exercise throughout the week, doing your makeup for the day, getting coffee at your favorite spot. I love Dunkin' coffee, so that definitely makes me really happy. But whatever it is, write it down. And on the next page, write down, how would it make you feel if you got these things done? And then on another page, or at the bottom of that page, write down your why. Why do you want these things to be done? Why do you feel happy when these things are done in your life? And this is an exercise that I actually like to do when I feel really overwhelmed with everything in my life, because it helps me hone in on what matters to me and what is important to me. It really helps me focus and helps me fill my cup every single day. And it really helps on what I genuinely like to do or enjoy. So again, to kind of recap today's episode, just remember that life has no schedule. There is no alarm that's going to go off and make you feel like, okay, tomorrow I'm getting married, next week I'm having kids, next month I'm buying a house. Like, there is no alarm. And think of reasons why you may be unfulfilled in life. How can new things be added to make you feel more fulfilled? Remove and take out people in your life, or even on your phone and online, that are not serving you. And remember that no one's journey is going to look or feel the same, because the earth, the world, and society as a whole would just be really weird if everyone did everything at the same time. And I also want to remind you guys that if there is anything that you want to do in life, just do it. It doesn't matter if it sounds ridiculous or crazy or insane. Like, I get DMs all the time of people saying, how can I start social media? What can I do to do this or do that? And my thing is, just start. Literally just start, and don't care what anyone thinks, because you got this. And if no one believes in you, then I do. I'll see you guys in next week's episode. Thank you guys so much for listening to Pretty and Prepared, and make sure to tune in every Monday for new episodes at 8 a.m. and my DMs are open for any podcast episode ideas you guys have, or if you guys just want to talk, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.